Dear students, hope all are doing good. Today, let us begin a new chapter, that is chapter 9, rational numbers. And this will be new for you, is it? Rational numbers, is it? But you have heard the word ratio, is it, children? Now, the term rational arises from the word ratio. You all know what is a ratio, is it? For example, 3 is to 2 is a ratio, and you can write it in the form of 3 by 2. Is it, children? Where 3 and 2 are any natural numbers in case of ratio, is it? Now, as rational arises from the word ratio, rational numbers are the ratio of two integers. What is that? Rational numbers are the ratio of two integers. Let the integers be P and Q. Okay, children? It is the ratio of two integers P and Q. Okay, and also we know that we can write it as P by Q form. Is it? The ratio you can write it as P by Q form. You have a condition for this. The first one is P and Q are integers, and the second condition is Q not equal to 0. That is, the denominator should not be equal to 0. Then we can call it as a rational number. Is it clear? So what is a rational number? A rational number is defined as the number that can be written in the form P by Q. Which form? P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Clear or not? Yes? Now, let us consider few examples. Okay. Now, what about 4 by 7? Is this 4 by 7 a rational number? Two conditions are there. First one is, this is in the form of P by Q. Yes. And this 4 and 7 are integers. Are they integers? Yes. What is the integer? Yes. All whole numbers along with their negatives are called integers. Therefore, 4 and 7 are integers. And is Q is equal to 0? No, Q is not equal to 0. So, all the conditions are satisfied here. Therefore, we can tell 4 by 7 is a rational number. Clear? Then what about 5? Is 5 a rational number? You just see, can we write 5 in the form of P by Q? In simple, we can write it as 5 by 1. Yes? Yes, 5 by 1, where 5 and 1 are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Therefore, 5 is a rational number. Clear or not? Now, let us take a few more examples. If we consider negative 10, is negative 10 a rational number? Can we write this negative 10 in the form of P by Q? That is, can we write it as negative 10 by 1? Yes. Is it, children? Yes. So, is this a rational number? See, P by Q form. Negative 10 is an integer. 1 is an integer. And Q is not equal to 0. Is it? Therefore, negative 10 is a rational number. Clear or not? Now, if I take 25. Is 25 a rational number? Yes. In simple form, you can write it as 25 by 1. It is a rational number, is it? Is 0 a rational number? Yes. 0 is also a rational number. 0, can you write it as 0 by 2? 0 by 3? 0 by 4? 0 by 5? 0 by 1? Anything gives you 0, is it? So, a number that can be written in the form of P by Q. Is it, children? Now, you just see 0 is an integer, 2 is an integer. and q not equal to 0. They have given us q should not be equal to 0. Here q is not equal to 0. Here p is equal to 0. That is okay, is it? In the condition they didn't give us p is not equal to 0. They have given only q should not be equal to 0, is it? So this is a rational number. Is it clear or not? Now a few more examples. Negative 2 by 5. Is this a rational number? Yes. P by q form. Is it, children? These two are integers. Is it? Likewise, many examples you can make. Is it clear? So what is a rational number? A number that can be written in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. Okay. The next one is equivalent rational numbers. See, you have learned equivalent fractions, how to make equivalent fractions. Is it? The same way we can make equivalent rational numbers also, which means we have to multiply the numerator and denominator as with the same integer. Then you will get the equivalent rational number. Okay. So, for example, negative 2 by 3. Okay, children, this is a rational number. Now we have to make an equivalent rational number for this. As a children, so as I told you, you have to multiply the numerator and denominator with the same integer. Okay, so if I take 2 is an integer, is it? So with numerator and denominator with the same integer, what is the answer? Negative 4 by 6. Is it? So this is an equivalent rational number of negative 2 by 3. Clear or not? Next, 5 by 3. 5 by 3 is a rational number. Is it? Okay, so we have to make a equivalent rational number for this. As I told you, multiply the numerator and denominator with the same integer. So if I multiply with negative 2, negative 2 is also an integer. So with the same integer you can multiply for getting the equivalent rational numbers. Okay. So what do we have? Negative 10 by negative 6. Negative 10 by negative 6. This you can write it as 10 by 6 also. Is it? So this is a equivalent rational number. Okay. Now we have seen to find the equivalent rational number by multiplying the non-zero integers, is it? The same way, if we divide the numerator denominator with the same non-zero integer, you will get equivalent rational numbers. Either multiplication or division, is it? For that, if a question is given negative 10 by 15, negative 10 by 15, so you just see, you have to get the equivalent rational number for this. See, either you can multiply or divide. Nothing is wrong in that. Okay. So here I am going to divide it just to show you how to find. Okay. So you just see 10 and 15 both will go in 5. This is children, so we can divide with 5. Okay. So dividing numerator and denominator with the same non-zero integer. What will be the answer? Negative 2 by 3. So this is an equivalent rational number. Clear? The next topic is positive and negative rational numbers. Okay, so we will see what are positive and negative rational numbers. Okay, for example, if I consider 5 by 9. 5 by 9. Okay, we just see here both the numerator and denominator are positive. That's it, children. Therefore, we can tell 5 by 9 is a positive rational number. Okay, so if both the numerator and denominator are positive, then that rational number is a positive rational number. Okay, now for example, negative 2 by 3. Okay, children. So here, numerator is negative and denominator is positive. Is it? So if the numerator is negative and denominator is positive, then we will call it as a negative rational number. Negative rational number. Okay. Now the vice versa. What is that? 2 by negative 3. Okay. So here the numerator is positive and denominator is negative. This also we will call it as negative rational number. Okay, children. So for easy understanding, you can do like this. You have learned the division, is it? Yes or no? So you just see both are positive. The answer will be positive. So it is a positive rational number. Okay. One is negative and the other one is positive. This is children. So plus and minus makes negative. So it is a negative rational number. Okay. The next one. Positive and negative. Positive and negative makes negative. So it is a negative rational number. Okay. So if we consider another example, negative 3 by negative 7. So you can tell this. Both are negative. Minus, that is negative and negative. The answer will be positive. Yes or no? Therefore it is a positive rational number. Clear or not now what is a positive rational number and negative rational number? Yes or no? So if I give you negative 10 by 3. Negative 10 by 3. Okay. So is this a positive or negative? Here it is negative. Here it is positive. So negative and positive it will make negative. Yes or no? So it is a negative rational number. Clear? Now the next one. Negative 7 by negative 11. Okay. Now both are negative which makes positive. The answer will be positive. No. So it is a positive rational number. Clear? So these are positive and negative rational numbers. Okay. Moving to the next topic, that is rational numbers in standard form. Okay. So how can you tell the rational number is in its standard form? Two conditions are there. The first condition is the denominator should be positive. Okay, the denominator should be positive. The second condition is the numerator and denominator have no common factor other than 1. It should not have common factor other than 1. So if these two conditions are satisfied, then we can tell the rational numbers are in its standard form. Okay. So for example, negative 45 by 30. This is a rational number. As it should, this is a rational number. So we have to check whether this rational number is in its standard form. That is the question. Okay. So as I told you, these two conditions should be satisfied. So the first condition is denominator should be positive. So here it is 30, which is a positive integer. So denominator is positive. Is it? The second one is the numerator and denominator should not have common factor other than 1. So you just see 45 and 30. Is there any common factors here? Yes. Is 15 a common factor? Yes, yes children. Or else you can cancel the common factors step by step. At first you know that 45 and 30, 5 is common. Is it? So you will divide it by the common factor 5. Okay. So what you have? Negative 45 divided by 5. That is negative 9 by 30 divided by 5, that is 6. Okay. Again you see 9 and 6, there is a common factor 3. Is it? Now you just see we are dividing it by that common factor. So negative 9 divided by 3, negative 3 by 2. Okay. Now you just see negative 3 and 2. Is it? There is no common factor other than 1. Is it? So the two conditions are satisfied. Denominator is a positive integer and the numerator and denominator have no common factor other than 1. Therefore, negative 3 by 2 is the standard form of rational number. Clear? The next question, we have to reduce 36 by negative 24 to its standard form. Okay. So, two conditions are to be satisfied. The first one is denominator should be positive. So, you just check here, is the denominator positive integer? No, it is a negative integer, is it? So, we have to convert this into a positive integer, is it children? So, you just see, if we divide both the numerator and denominator with negative 1. Negative 1. Okay. Now, you get 36 divided by negative 1 is negative 36 by negative 24 divided by negative 1 is it is 24. Okay. So, the first condition is satisfied. Denominator is a positive integer. Okay. Now moving to the next, we have to check whether there is any common factor. Is it? As 36 and 24. Yes, 12 is a common factor. Yes or no? Yes. So we can divide with 12. Or else, as I told you, we can go step by step. Okay. So here also with 12. So what is the answer? Negative 3 by 2. Is it? Now the denominator is a positive integer. The numerator and denominator have no common factor other than 1. Therefore negative 3 by 2 is its standard form. Okay. So if the question is reduce negative 3 by negative 15 to its standard form. Okay. So the first condition, denominator should be a positive integer, but here it is a negative integer. So for removing this negative, we can divide both the numerator and denominator with negative 1. Okay. So what you will have? Negative 3 divided by negative 1, 3 by 15. Okay. So here we have to divide with that common factor. So the answer will be 1 by 5. So now denominator is a positive integer. Numerator and denominator have no common factor other than 1. Therefore 1 by 5 is the standard form. Clear? So hope you understood today's question. Thank you.